Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's meeting. As we are waiting for everyone to arrive, please answer in the chat. Do you have a community of practice with your coworkers?
I personally do believe I have a community of practice with my fellow coworkers. We often get together and discuss issues within the workplace, offer suggestions to make the job better or easier, or just offer a different solution. And we also have an online chat group that we use to discuss these things sometimes. So I feel like that is a community of practice.
Hello, fellow classmates, and welcome to the Theories of Group Work and Communities of Practice presentation, moderated by Group GM1B. This will be moderated by myself, Patrice, Rebecca, and Vitushin. First, we will have a brief introduction, then an explanation about the theories of group work, followed by a description of communities of practice. Next, we will have a breakout room activity and finish with a Kahoot. Group work and communities of practice are important in every workplace and within many facets of daily life. Working with others enables you to pool your ideas and see problems from different perspectives. A lot more can be accomplished as a collective with common goals. Today, we will be explaining the differences and similarities between group works and communities of practice, describing the importance of collaboration and cooperation, and asking you how these groups relate to yourself within your professional lives. During this presentation, you will be put into groups for a discussion for 5 minutes and then return to the main screen to debrief. If you have any questions or comments, please use the raise hand feature on Zoom and one of us will call upon you. Also, we will be using a Kahoot during this presentation. Please download the app on your phone, use a second device, or the split screen feature. This will ensure you can see the questions and be able to answer these questions with ease.
First, let's talk about theories of group work. There are two concepts that we've all heard about used to describe group work: cooperation and collaboration. The two concepts sound familiar, but there are some differences we want to emphasize, especially within a learning context. Cooperation is in essence working together. It's a harmonious process of each person doing a task that leads to a certain outcome. Each member takes a share of the work and completes it. Collaboration occurs more in ill-structured situations, where each member of the group has a different purpose in order to achieve or reach a goal or complete a task. The example given in the video that we saw for our class preparation was for teaching children to read. The end result of a child successfully reading would require a team of people that specialize in different things, such as teachers, parents, speech therapists, etc. Cooperative work could also be described as a task that can be done by dividing it amongst group members. The processes can lead to task completion simply if everyone does their part separately. Collaborative work, on the other hand, is a mutually engaged and coordinated process to solve problems together. Working together for an end product is present in both cases, but collaboration has additional elements of shared knowledge creation by interaction among group members. Collaboration involves additional processes such as discussions, negotiations, or exchanging perspectives. So a question for the class is, does your group use a collaborative approach or cooperative approach to group work? Would your group approach change with different assignments? So for this question, we would like you to think about whether your group work involves a lot of coming together, discussing things, exchanging ideas, or if your group work involves a lot of taking the assignment apart and doing your different parts separately and coming back together to put it together again. So is that more collaborative or is that more cooperative? Continuing on with another aspect of theories of group work, Bruce W. Tuckman, an American psychology researcher, published his theory on stages of group development in 1965, he proposed that there are 4 general steps to group work, often called the storming, forming, norming, and performing model. Tuckman stated that all of these stages were essential for a team to form, grow, plan, resolve problems, and deliver solutions. In simple terms, the forming stage is when group members get to know each other. The storming stage is when they know each other better and conflicts may occur from different personalities, work habits, opinions, or ideas. The norming stage happens when people settle into their roles, issues are resolved, and they find cohesion. The performing stage is when everyone works together well enough to move towards goals with high productivity. The final stage, adjourning, is when we disband the group. It's all good things come to an end if you like your team, or I'm glad it's over if you didn't.
In the article titled All About Online Collaboration Tools and 5 Essential Tips for Selecting the Right Solution, written by Joe Weller, had a very informative and shocking infographic with multiple statistics, some of which are located on this slide. These statistics can paint a clear picture as to why collaboration and choosing the correct collaboration software for a business can make a huge difference in productivity. Please take a minute to look over these statistics and comment in the chat which one you find to be the most shocking or one you can relate to, as you have personally experienced this type of issue before. Personally, I found number 2 to be the most shocking. 28 hours in an average 40-hour work week spent writing emails, searching for information, and collaborating internally. That just seems like a lot of hours for something that people should be able to find quickly.
Communities of practice. So, to understand communities of practice, we looked at the theory by Russian educational theorist Lev Vygotsky, who states that learning starts with social interactions and then moves to an intrapersonal process that allows the learner to internalize new knowledge and skills. In short, Lev Vygotsky elaborates that by simply working or interacting with people, we can learn from each other. According to Wegner, communities of practice are groups of people who share a concern or passion for something they do and learn how to do it better as they interact regularly. To classify a community of interest, there are 3 fundamental characteristics: domain, community, and practice. Firstly, a group must be formed around the domain. In other words, the group must all share the same interest. Secondly, the group must be able to form relationships that allow them to discuss and interact together to share ideas. Lastly, the group must be able to bring together the expertise and resources to be able to solve the issue at hand. In a community of practice, there are different ways of engagement from individuals in the group. Some are fully engaged from the beginning by providing information and being open to gathering information from others. Some have peripheral membership, which means they're a bit reluctant to share info at the beginning, but they tend to slowly engage after they get familiarized with others and information.
Now it is time for a breakout room discussion. We will be putting you into randomized rooms, and we would like you to discuss the following question. Can the group you formed in this chorus be described as a community of practice? Elaborate. Why or why not? We will give you 5 minutes and meet back here to discuss.
As you have discussed in your breakout rooms, if your groups are communities of practice, this is a small comparison we found on the website listed above. By using a snapshot, we can compare various groups such as formal work groups, project teams, and informal networks. As you can see, with communities of practice, the purpose is to learn and share knowledge. The membership process is natural. By this we mean that the members choose themselves, as they are connected by the domain of the issue. The commitment and identification with the group expertise holds it together. And lastly, is it lasts as long as there is an interest in maintaining the group. As you can see, there are other groups as well. So, do you see your group being a community of practice?
So finally, before our presentation ends, we are doing the Kahoot quiz right now. So if everyone would take out their other devices or open up a new window on your computer to participate, it would be great. Thank you. So here are some slides demonstrating what our Kahoot quiz looks like and what the correct answers are for each question. We tried to focus on some of the topics that we discussed in the previous slides, and we have some different variety of questions such as multiple choice or true and false. This quiz is only 6 questions and will only take a few minutes of time for everyone to answer. And we hope that this quiz will give everyone a good way to reflect on what we've talked about this tutorial.
Thank you for joining our group's moderation this evening. We hope that you enjoyed your time with